Picture this, the iconic James Bond, martini in hand, licensed to kill, but with a face you'd never expect. Amazon MGM Studios just dropped a bombshell that's set the internet ablaze. They're not just rebooting the world's most famous spy, they're reinventing him. With Dune visionary Denis Villeneuve confirmed to direct the 26th Bond film, the studio is hunting for a young 007, someone under 30, to shake up the franchise like never before. And the names at the top of their wish list? Spider-Man's Tom Holland, Saltburn's Jacob Elordi, and Baby Girl's Harris Dickinson. Yes, you read that right. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man could be trading web-slingers for Walther PPKs. But is this a genius move or a recipe for disaster? Buckle up, because this is about to get wild. Who, what, where, and why it matters. The news broke on June 27, 2025, via Variety, sending shockwaves through the Bond fandom. Amazon, now holding the creative reins of the James Bond franchise after acquiring MGM, is going all in on a fresh vision. Forget the grizzled, world-weary Daniel Craig, who bowed out after No Time to Die grossed over $774 million globally. The studio wants a British actor under 30 to embody a younger, bolder Bond for a 2028 release. The frontrunners? Tom Holland, known for his boyish charm and action chops as Spider-Man; Jacob Elordi, the Australian heartthrob who brought dark charisma to Saltburn; and Harris Dickinson, a rising star with a suave edge from Baby Girl and The King's Man. Why does this matter? James Bond isn't just a character, he's a cultural institution. For over 60 years, 007 has been the epitome of sophistication, danger, and timeless cool. But Amazon's pivot to a youthful Bond signals a seismic shift. They're not just casting a new actor, they're reimagining the franchise, possibly turning it into a shared universe with spin-offs and crossovers. Fans are divided, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Will this new Bond resonate with Gen Z, or will it alienate the diehards who worship Sean Connery and Pierce Brosnan? The casting controversy unfolds. Imagine the scene: a sleek MI6 office, M delivering a mission brief, and in walks Tom Holland. The internet exploded when Variety dropped the shortlist. Social media lit up with reactions, from excitement to outright fury. One ex-user, @Jaskline2007, posted, "I love Tom Holland, but it would be a huge mistake to cast him as Bond. Jacob Elordi would make the best Bond, though I'm not sure any of the three are the right choice." Another, @Cinetake_, scoffed, "Tom Holland? Jacob Elordi? They're great, but nowhere near James Bond vibes. There are better options out there." The media didn't hold back either. World of Real questioned whether any of the trio have the Bond aura, arguing Holland's boyish look makes him feel more like a plucky sidekick than a lethal spy. They suggested Harris Dickinson might fare better, but even then, the fit feels off. The Guardian noted Elordi's enthusiasm, quoting him from 2023, "I just like that people maybe want to put me in their movies. That makes me really glad." But fans aren't so sure. Herald Scotland reported anger among Bond purists, who see this as a betrayal of the character's suave, hardened essence. Amazon's wishlist has sparked a firestorm because it rules out fan favorites like Aaron Taylor-Johnson, 35, and Henry Cavill, 42, whose ages don't align with the studio's under 30 mandate. Games Radar lamented Taylor-Johnson's exclusion, noting his recent watch brand deal with a Bond sponsor had fueled speculation he was a lock for 007. Cosmic Book News called it a bummer for Cavill fans, who've long dreamed of him as Bond. Meanwhile, the playlist pointed out that Elordi's Australian roots aren't a deal-breaker. After all, George Lazenby, another Aussie, played Bond in 1969's On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Amazon's grand plan. Let's zoom out for context. Amazon took control of the Bond franchise in February 2025, sidelining longtime producers Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson to a reduced role. With new producers Amy Pascal and David Heyman at the helm, the studio is moving fast. Denis Villeneuve, fresh off Dune's critical and commercial success, was confirmed as director, beating out heavyweights like Christopher Nolan. Variety reports they're also hunting for a new writer, with Jonathan Nolan, Christopher's brother, as a top contender, though his busy schedule might complicate things. This isn't just about one movie. Amazon's reportedly eyeing a shared universe for Bond, a Marvel-style approach that could include spin-offs, prequels, or even a young M or Q. The last Bond film, No Time to Die, was a global hit, but its dark, conclusive tone left fans craving something new. Amazon's betting on a younger Bond to capture a new generation while keeping the franchise's core, exotic locales, high-stakes action, and that signature charm intact. But casting a star like Holland, tied to Marvel's Spider-Man, or Elordi, known for teen dramas like Euphoria, raises eyebrows. Can they carry the weight of 007's legacy? Bond's evolving legacy. James Bond has always evolved. Sean Connery's rugged charm defined the 60s, Roger Moore brought campy humor in the 70s, Pierce Brosnan added 90s polish, and Daniel Craig's gritty realism redefined 007 for the 21st century. Each era reflected its time, and Amazon's push for a younger Bond mirrors today's youth-driven pop culture. Holland, 29, has proven he can handle action and charm in Uncharted and Spider-Man. Elordi, 28, brings a brooding intensity from Saltburn and Euphoria. Dickinson, 29, has shown versatility in The King's Man and Baby Girl. But Bond isn't just about talent, it's about presence. The playlist argued that pushing the age limit up to 35 could open the door to more seasoned actors with the gravitas Bond demands. Historically, casting Bond has always sparked debate. Lazenby was a one-and-done Bond, criticized for lacking Connery's swagger. Timothy Dalton's darker take in the 80s divided fans. Even Craig faced backlash in 2005 for being too blonde, before winning over skeptics. Amazon's gamble isn't new, but it's bold. They're banking on Villeneuve's vision and a young star to redefine Bond for a TikTok-scrolling, Marvel-obsessed audience. Netflix junkie called Holland's potential casting a wildfire among fans, noting his past pitch for a young Bond film that became Uncharted. Could this be destiny? A risky bet with high stakes. Here's where I get real. I'm a lifelong Bond fan. Connery's Goldfinger was my first, and Craig's Casino Royale blew my mind. But Tom Holland as 007? I'm torn. He's got the charm and athleticism, but he feels too nice. Bond needs a dangerous edge, a hint of menace under the tux. Elordi's got that in spades. His Saltburn performance was magnetic, unhinged, and effortlessly cool. Dickinson's a wild card. He's got the look but lacks the name recognition. Amazon's chasing youth to stay relevant, but are they sacrificing Bond's soul? A 20-something 007 risks feeling like a CW drama, not a global espionage epic. Still, Villeneuve's a genius. Dune proved he can make big swings land. If anyone can make this work, it's him. But man, this is a gamble.